Ladies and gentlemen, this story just came out February 5th, 2018. Several Eagle players already refusing to celebrate Super Bowl with Trump. Woo! I knew that was coming. So, a couple of the players are already saying they are not going. And, the reason is for the protest that we all aware of. For Americans who are not fans of the New England Patriots or their favorite politician, um, I'm just going to skip over that part. Trump broke with a decade tradition, opting not to give NBC pre-Super Bowl interview, which presidents do traditionally. Of course, he could not resist the urge to reference one of his favorite controversies. So listen to his statement. The statement had nothing to do with the Super Bowl. He made it all about the flag and the anthem and the military. And you can tell Trump that he had a staff member write this big time, but I'm going to read it to you. The text is kind of small, but I'm going to read it. This is what Trump sent out instead of doing a Super Bowl interview. It says, as many Americans come together to watch the Super Bowl, Melania and I extend our greetings and appreciation for those who make occasions like this possible, particularly the brave men and women of our armed forces. Now, what does that got to do with the Super Bowl? This is supposed to be a statement for the Super Bowl. If the armed forces are not playing in the Super Bowl, then there's no need to bring them up, but he just can't help it. All right, let me go on. And remember, this is a draft dodger, but he's so concerned about the armed forces, y'all, so concerned. Though many of our nation's service members are unable to be home with family and friends to enjoy this evening's American tradition, they are always in our thoughts and prayers. We owe these heroes the greatest respect for defending our liberty and our American way of life, but this coming from a draft dodger. Their sacrifice is stitched into each star and every stripe of our Star Spangled Banner. Isn't this supposed to be about the Super Bowl? We hold them in our hearts and thank them for our freedom as we proudly stand for the national anthem. Again, what does that got to do with the Super Bowl? Is the armed forces on the Patriots or the Eagles? We send our best wishes for enjoyable Super Bowl Sunday. May God bless and protect our troops, and may He continue to bless the United States of America. Trump didn't write that. He didn't write that. He had a staff member write that. Don't even sound like him. Okay. The jab felt a bit low energy, particularly since it came just days after Trump used his platform at the State of the Union and the story of a 12-year-old boy who started a campaign to honor veteran graves to plug his feud with NFL players who protest during the national anthem. And he did send out this tweet. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on a great Super Bowl victory. But there's no off season for Trump feuds. Several Eagle players have already said they intend to boycott the winning team's traditional trip to the White House. No one on the Eagles sat or kneeled during the national anthem this season, but several players raised their fist in protest, including Malcolm Jenkins, Torrey Smith, and Rodney McLeod. Jenkins led the Players Coalition, which secured a commitment from the NFL to provide $89 million over 7 years to groups fighting inequality. Last week, Jenkins and Smith said they did not intend to go to the White House if they won the Super Bowl. They call it the anthem protest, Smith said on Wednesday. We're not protesting the anthem. It's a protest during the anthem. I understand why people are mad or maybe offended when someone takes a knee. And he just goes on and talk about how his father served in the army and he'll have a American flag draped on his casket when he's buried. Chris Long, who is white and he's on the team, voiced support for his teammates' protest throughout the season. For me, being from Charlottesville, no one wants to see you sit idly by and watch that stuff happen and not say anything. Long said in the aftermath of the deadly white supremacist demonstration in his hometown, and I wish there was more categorically denying from some very important people in this country who had the opportunity to strike it down but didn't. Last week, Long became the first Eagles player to announce he would boycott the celebration with Trump. No, I'm not going to the White House, he said on the Pardon My Take podcast. Are you kidding me? So the article just goes into, the Patriot players that went to meet George W. Bush and Barack Obama. And it's still plenty of players decided to boycott Trump last year, even before he spent half the season accusing NFL players of being unpatriotic. Again, a draft dodger calling other people unpatriotic. That should be unacceptable to anyone. For exercising their right to protest, the list of players boycotting this year's White House event will almost certainly grow. And I agree that it probably will. But there you have it. You have players already bowing out and don't want anything to do with celebrating with Trump. And I'm sure the list will get a lot longer. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comments and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice and join me on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.